The security environment surrounding the first island chain is undergoing a structural transformation, driven not merely by an increase in naval tonnage, but by a fundamental shift in the nature of maritime warfare itself. For decades, naval supremacy was defined by the size of the hull and the caliber of the gun. However, as the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, JMSDF, prepares for the challenges of the late 2020s, the strategic focus has migrated toward a contest of visibility and information. This new reality is epitomized by the emerging rivalry between two distinct naval philosophies: the sheer scale and swarm capabilities of the Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy Type 076 amphibious assault ship, and the stealth-centric asymmetric lethality of Japan's upgraded Mogami-class frigates, often referred to as the new FFM. Central to this evolving dynamic is the rapid operationalization of the Type 076, a vessel that represents a significant departure from traditional amphibious warfare. Intelligence assessments and satellite imagery from late 2025 regarding the lead ship of this class, tentatively identified as the Sichuan, indicate a platform displacing approximately 50,000 tons. This places it in a weight class superior to the French flagship Charles de Gaulle and comparable to the America-class amphibious assault ships of the United States Navy. However, the tonnage is secondary to its unique configuration. The Type 076 is the world's first dedicated drone carrier equipped with electromagnetic catapults, EMALs. This configuration suggests a doctrine focused on saturation attacks. Unlike traditional carriers that rely on a limited number of manned fighters, the Type 076 is designed to launch waves of unmanned combat aerial vehicles, such as the stealthy GJ-11 Sharp Sword or the GJ-21. These drones provide the plan with a persistent, low-risk means to conduct reconnaissance and strike operations against the Nansei Islands. The threat posed by such a vessel is not just the landing force it carries, but the electronic screen of drones it projects, capable of overwhelming the air defense systems of conventional destroyers through sheer numbers. In response to this behemoth, Japanese naval planners have not sought to match tonnage with tonnage. Instead, the counter-strategy relies on the concepts of denial and invisibility, embodied in the evolution of the Mogami-class frigate. While the initial batch of Mogami vessels proved the viability of compact, multi-role hulls, the Defense Ministry has recognized the need for a more robust platform to counter high-intensity threats. This has led to the new FFM program, with construction commencing in the mid-2020s. These vessels have seen their standard displacement rise from 3,900 tons to approximately 6,200 tons fully loaded, a necessary expansion to accommodate enhanced survivability and firepower. The core philosophy of the new FFM is to act as a sea ninja, prioritizing signature management over raw presence. The design incorporates a seamless, flush-surfaced hull that drastically reduces the radar cross-section. To the sensors of a Type 076 or its escorting destroyers, a 6,000-ton new FFM may appear no larger than a small fishing vessel on radar screens. This stealth capability is anchored by the Unified Complex Radio Antenna, or UNICORN system. Housed within a distinctive unicorn horn-shaped integrated mast, this technology consolidates communications, radar, and electronic warfare systems into a single enclosed structure. By eliminating the clutter of traditional rotating antennas, the JMSDF has effectively blinded the enemy's long-range acquisition capabilities, allowing these frigates to operate within contested waters with a significantly higher survival rate. The strategic utility of the new FFM becomes apparent when analyzing a potential engagement scenario in the confined waters of the Miyako Strait or the East China Sea. A vessel like the Type 076, despite its massive offensive potential, faces inherent vulnerabilities when navigating the choke points of the first island chain. Its large size and heat signature make it a clear target. The Japanese counter-strategy exploits this by utilizing the new FFM, not for open ocean duels, but for ambush and area denial operations. This capability denial is facilitated by the upgraded vertical launch system on the new FFM, which has been doubled to 32 cells compared to the earlier baseline. This allows for a denser mix of defensive and offensive weaponry. However, the primary offensive arm is the Type 17 ship-to-ship missile. An evolution of the Type 12, the Type 17 features extended ranges capable of exceeding 400 kilometers and, crucially, utilizes an advanced sea-skimming trajectory combined with complex waypoints. This allows the missile to approach a target like the Type 076 from unexpected angles, utilizing the curvature of the Earth and wave clutter to mask its approach until the final seconds. Furthermore, the operational concept of the new FFM integrates advanced underwater warfare capabilities that serve as a direct counter to amphibious encroachment. Before a massive vessel like the Type 076 can deploy its hovercraft or amphibious vehicles, it must secure the sea lanes. The new FFM retains the ability to deploy smart mines, effectively turning the straits into dead zones for hostile shipping. Supplementing this is the OZZ-5 unmanned underwater vehicle. This autonomous system serves a dual purpose, detecting enemy mines and acting as a silent scout. In a combat scenario, the OZZ-5 could passively track the acoustic signature of the Type 076, relaying targeting data back to the FFM via low-frequency data links. This allows the frigate to launch its Type 17 missiles without ever activating its main active radar, maintaining total electronic silence and preserving its stealth advantage. The economic and strategic asymmetry of this matchup is stark. The construction and outfitting of a Type 076 represent a massive investment of national resources, estimated in the billions of United States dollars, along with the high value of its embarked air wing. In contrast, the new FFM represents a philosophy of efficiency and sustainability. By threatening a high-value capital ship with a moderately priced frigate equipped with high-precision munitions, Japan imposes a disproportionate cost on any potential adversary. This aligns with the broader strategic shift from passive defense to active denial, where the objective is not necessarily to defeat the entire enemy fleet, but to make the cost of operation within Japanese waters prohibitively high. Moreover, the technological race extends into the realm of electronic warfare. The swarm tactics employed by the Type 076's drone air wing rely heavily on data links and communication between the mothership and the UAVs. The new FFM is equipped with advanced electronic warfare suites designed not just for self-protection, but for offensive jamming. By disrupting the control frequencies of the drone swarm, the FFM can effectively neutralize the offensive power of the Type 076 without firing a single kinetic interceptor. This soft kill capability is essential in an era where magazine depth, the number of missiles a ship carries, is limited, while the number of incoming cheap drones may be vast. Critics might argue that the disparity in tonnage, 50,000 tons versus 6,000 tons, places the Japanese vessel at a disadvantage in terms of endurance and power projection. However, this view applies 20th century metrics to 21st century warfare. In the geography of the archipelago, where the fight occurs within the protective umbrella of shore-based assets and close to friendly ports, endurance is less critical than stealth and first strike capability. The new FFM is not designed to project power to the other side of the world. It is designed to turn the local maritime domain into a fortress. In conclusion, the emerging dynamic between the Type 076 and the new FFM serves as a microcosm of the broader security situation in the Indo-Pacific. On one side stands the doctrine of mass and expansion, characterized by large, visible platforms designed to project power and intimidate. On the other stands the doctrine of precision and stealth, characterized by compact, technologically dense platforms designed to deny access and survive. For Japan, the new FFM represents a pragmatic and sophisticated answer to the changing tides of maritime security. It acknowledges that in the age of hypersonic missiles and drone swarms, survival depends not on the thickness of armor, but on the ability to remain unseen until the moment the lethal blow is struck. As the Sichuan undergoes its sea trials, the silent observers of the JMSDF are already refining the tactics that will ensure the safety of the sovereign seas.